be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain,
Don't do inhalants.
'cause it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Just because something is safe to use one way doesn't mean it's safe to use another way. Cleaners, sprays, and other household chemicals can become deadly poisons when inhaled. Don't ever try it. Just say no to inhalants. Breathing them is really no thrill. Don't you know inhalants really can kill?
Don't do inhalants.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain,
Don't do inhalants.
'cause it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill.
Don't do inhalants.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain,
Don't do inhalants.
'cause it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Don't do inhalants. Don't do inhalants. Don't do inhalants. Don't do inhalants.
So that reminds me about Grampy, because the McGruff things are always our tribute to Grampy Lobster. But Grampy had the hardest time ending his streams. And the inhalants thing, McGruff's inhalants song, reminds me of Grampy taking forever to end his stream. Like McGruff goes on and on and on and on. Could have ended it probably a minute earlier, but I'm not complaining. Well, I am a little. Hi, you guys. It's Sunday. Here it is. It's a brand new Sunday. It's a new day. Yay. Forgive my Pollyanna-ish shit that I'm doing here recently. But anyway, I hope all of you are having a decent day. It's 12:05 here where I am. My special guest host is my co-host. What do we call him? Co-host, guest host? Yeah, well, this guy. Anyway, he's a couple hours ahead of me. I think so. He's already well into the afternoon. You guys, real quick, John aside first up. John, morning. Thanks for being here. 6 drops. 6. Good to see you, Corey, our emotional support Canadian. Thanks for showing up and being here with everybody. Corey, you took a fall. Holy crap. Geez, hand and knee. Oh, one knee. Oh boy, a 1.5 point landing. Oh, that's awful. But you didn't break anything. Thank goodness. A really cute man came over. Oh, and being nice to look at. That just improved things. Oh, I know. Okay. Corey 6 drops told me about Midol when we were talking, and she said it's a great muscle pain reliever, good for what ails you. You know what? That was a Midol, you guys. Midol. It's regard. It has to do with the lady problem. The monthly lady thing. Yeah, cramps called menstrual cramps, period cramps, the curse, the cramps. Yeah, oh man, for some women, young girls, it was debilitating. I mean, uh, curl up in a ball and sweat because it's like having everything twisted. Yeah, it's real. Anyway, Midol was the remedy for menstrual cramps, and it worked. I remember it working. Yeah, because I had that doubling over pain from the get-go. I was 12, almost 13. Yeah, awful, awful. So Midol. Anyway, so Corey, give Midol a try. Can you get it up there in Canada? Midol? Uh, yeah, so I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind just to have some on hand in the medicine cabinet. Old people have to guard against falling. Okay, so boy, I could just blather on, but Chris is back there in the green room. There are no snacks because I've been away a while, so I haven't had a chance to restock. Usually we have what Twix and full size Snickers bars and Reese's peanut butter cups and Doritos back there, and then all the booze you want. So anyway, you guys, without further delay, here is our co-host, our current partner in crime, Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good to see
It's
you,
good to be here.
Chris.
Thanks for having me again.
Oh, I know you love being had. I know that. Uh,
It's sure nice.
yeah, now everybody knows it. Um, y-
Secret's
yeah.
out of the bag, guys.
What, honey?
I said the secret's out of the bag. We all know Victoria's Secret now.
I know, but boy, it just becomes old news so quickly. The public is fickle.
I
They'll
know.
lose
I know how
interest.
it goes.
No time at all. So, you guys, when Chris and I last met up, we did, and this is a direct ripoff from Chris's original show with his brother, and Tree Slayer. I almost said tree hugger, Tree Slayer, and they were doing news blurbs, and then they're on hiatus. So I said, Chris, can we do what you guys do? And he said, oh, sure. He's very generous. And so we're going to do, well, I'm speaking like for me and the frog in my pocket, not we, Chris. Maybe I'll stumble upon something during the show, but Chris is going to share with you some weird news items that are out there in the public. Journalism has just become non-existent. There's no such thing anymore as people really. But anyway, it's fascinating. It's like always being able to read the National Enquirer and the Globe, and all those cheap rags that were at the check stand at the markets. I used to stack them up every week. But the trash magazines, but now you don't have to spend money. You get this stuff served up 24/7 if you want. So, Chris, out the gate, what you got?
All right. So, and these aren't necessarily old. This is my back catalog. I've been collecting, just not cutting. So, got nothing more current. But there's this pub, somewhere in Lanchester, England. Maybe said that wrong. Sorry for my English friends.
Lancashire? No.
Maybe Lancashire. Lancashire sounds really good. We'll go with that.
Stab, yeah. You can fake it.
But to deal with their 2-year hiatus, they wanted to raise some money, so they started to have contests where they would grapple in pools of gravy for 2 minutes.
Gravy.
Hopefully, it was not hot gravy.
I know. Well, maybe just at least spa type temperature.
Maybe tepid. Sure, not cold, but not tepid. Maybe tepid.
Maybe tepid. Yeah. And I wonder if it's like thick gravy or if it's like au jus. That's my question.
Oh, they have to be thick gravy. I think it would have to be thick
gravy.
I would think it would have to be like the cans and cans of just thick gravy. And the people who participate, oh yeah, that good old chunky stuff, you're just like.
Yeah.
People who participated were encouraged to wear fancy clothes while doing this.
Okay.
And all the money raised went to something or other here.
Something we've never heard of, probably.
Yeah, some hospice in East Land. So that's what they did. They raised money for hospice.
I warmed right up to that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Gravy in formal clothes. That what a bunch of good photo ops.
Exactly. It's completely not Americanized because it wouldn't be fancy clothes in the American version of that. I tell you what.
No, it would be grunge. because we're all
It
about the
would be
grunge here.
pretty. It's pretty grunge. At least England keeps their gravy fights classy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't they? Everything is done with like a little pinky extended, everything's so fancy there. And
And they have
they're
such a weird sense of humor. They have such a weird sense of humor across the pond. It's incredible.
they do. It's really different from us. Who was it? Benny Hill. I
Yep.
used to watch way back, and boy, that was so quirky. And then, okay, a lot of people in the UK have told me about Eurovision, and that's
Sure.
where you can see
Don't you have to
everything.
pay for that?
I don't know.
But I think they have to pay like TV tax, or they can't even watch like TV. I think I've heard that. If I'm incorrect about that,
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't
never
don't
really
blast
checked it
Robin,
out.
blast me.
Yeah, blast him. Put a load on
Blast
Chris.
me because that was my misinformation.
Yeah, and he's sticking by it. Yeah, yeah.
I got
Um,
this. You should
okay,
have
so
you should have a thing that views expressed in this broadcast are not of the poster or whatever. Got to put that on there.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think that is in the disclaimer.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. I'm glad you have a disclaimer on there. You
yeah.
got to have a disclaimer nowadays.
I know. Protect yourself at all costs, you guys, and guard your privacy.
Warnings and
Okay,
warnings and everything.
Six Drop says about the gravy wrestling, thus coined the current phrase "good gravy." Okay. Brum,
I was
bum.
hoping someone would bring up good gravy. That's what the article should have been called. Good gravy, but oh well. I didn't write it.
Oh, Prairie Queen says add
I
cheese
just found it.
curds. You just
Cheese curds and gravy. I've never heard that, but that sounds Canadian.
curds and fries. It's poutine wrestling event. Poutine wrestling. And then
Poutine wrestling.
action off the leftovers. Six Drops is planning on lying a lot in the chat, and that was a lie too.
Action on the gravy. Oh god. Gross.
You say, God, poutine. Yeah,
Oh.
poutine. I've had poutine once, and the cheese squeaks when you chew
Yeah,
the
that
little
makes sense.
cheese
Cheese curds
curds.
squeak.
Yeah,
Yeah, they squeak.
toward the end of it, your teeth start squeaking on it, and it's so weird. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They're gonna eat a lot of like Starbursts. Oof. Hate that feeling.
Oh, that's
Eat all those
yeah,
Starbursts and you're like, oh
yeah,
no
yeah.
fun.
Grabs you. Yeah. Okay. Cheese
Every
curd.
time.
Yeah. Corey requests that no brown gravy be used.
What kind of gravy would you rather use then? Like a chicken or turkey gravy? Like a poultry
Sure.
gravy?
Yeah, poultry gravy, milk gravy. They call it milk gravy.
I've
You know,
never
you
heard of milk gravy before.
oh you take the the chicken, a little bit of the chicken fried, the particles and a little bit of the grease, and
Oh,
then
okay.
just sprinkle flour and almost burn it. Get it real. Cook the flour. Cook the flour's brains out. Just cook, and then you add milk, little water and
Hmm.
milk, and that makes that's classic chicken gravy with milk. And
Oh,
you got to
like country fried steak and stuff?
huh?
Like what?
Chicken
Like for
fried
like
steak,
country
yeah,
fried steak?
that pale gravy. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
fair
made
enough. Fair enough.
with milk and, yeah, you stir your brains out. When you think your arm is ready to fall off, that's still not enough stirring. It's gotta be a smooth gravy, and it takes lots of stirring, you guys, lots. Yeah. Oh, Corey
It's good.
says
It's
it
good
is.
for those arm muscles.
Yeah, I know, and then you have to switch, every other time you gotta switch arms, otherwise you'll look like Popeye on one side. Yeah,
That's
so
well. Hopefully, it's your bowling arm you're stirring with. You just stick with one arm because you'd have a killer bowling game. I tell you what.
oh, tell you what, I met, my husband, at a bowling alley. Isn't that classy?
It's a very classy
He
establishment.
he was the desk man. That's where I met my kid's father. Yeah, oh
Ah,
boy.
boy.
I think I told the story on a stream about about that grooming. Hey, Aaron Massa is over there. Hi, Aaron Massa. Hey, good to see you. Obtuse bread batter. Errant Massa. Good to thanks for being here. Okay. You got another one, Chris?
Yeah. So, son of home somewhere in Washington had a problem with a guy who had a fishing problem, but he wasn't fishing for catfish.
No.
He was not. Basically, what he would do, where did it go? He was using rodent trap glue attached to a fishing line to take money out of night deposit boxes around that area.
Okay, so what would he put on the end of it? What?
He would just put rodent. He would just use a fishing line and rodent that like sticky rodent trap stuff.
Oh, and those are sticky too. Oh, isn't that brilliant?
It
You
said
could
he
also cut a.
hit
Go ahead.
he hit 12 banks. He had 13 banks using this method.
Dang.
He got
Dang.
caught though. I don't
Huh.
know how they caught him, but they must have figured out his patterns, and then yeah, he got him. He's faced 13 counts of burglary charges.
So that's an interesting configuration of not like the night deposit system at a bank. You know, what is it, like a mail slot?
Yeah,
You know, like
that's
all
probably
of
what
our
was in this area.
all of our banks, you know, it's all you stick the money in and it goes zzz, you know, and it's counted electronically, and then
Yep.
it gets securely packed away, you know, behind the steel and the lead and all this. So I can't imagine doing that around our banks. Maybe these are
Well,
small
no.
country banks. Hmm.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It's a smaller county or whatever. Because, like, I think most things are. I don't think there is any more night drop boxes because with 24-hour ATMs nowadays, you
Yeah,
put your money right
yeah.
on the bank right then and there, anywhere.
Yeah, I remember that, like, people with restaurants and businesses that closed up late, they would, like, come out of the
Sure.
office, lock up, and take the canvas bag to the
Yep.
bank, to the big night shoot, the night drop, and,
Yep.
and then they'd always take you know, people I knew, you know, sometimes I'd accompany them just for a lookout, you know, those big bags, and what a risky practice that used to be. Yeah, whew. Yeah. So anyway, that's interesting. So maybe it's that kind of a situation, like a pull down thing, like a mailbox. Oh well. Boy, I just
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
totally
And they caught
dissected
him.
that.
They did catch him on camera doing it. That's how he got caught.
Oh, I'll be danged. Oh, now that's okay. Now that's real news right there. Especially
He
if
got
there's
caught at Wells
video.
Fargo.
Okay, Corey, they have drop boxes for the banks there. I'll be damned.
Yeah, I don't think we really have them up here. But then again, I don't. I guess I don't work in a business where I drop off money every night, so I guess I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and I haven't been to a bank, and I can't tell you how long. Okay, um, okay, it was in Washington, Errant Massa. Chris said it
Yeah,
was.
that was in Washington. It was in Snohomish Snohomish County.
Snow. Oh yeah, I've seen that name before.
I guess it was
Never.
Stanwood. He got caught in Stanwood, Washington, is where he got caught.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, he had a nice career while it lasted.
Yeah, he had 13 banks. I mean, who knows how much he hit? It didn't say.
Yeah.
It didn't say in the article how much he ended up taking. They just got him on second degree. He must have pleaded guilty or something to it.
Yeah.
He took the
plea.
deal.
Yeah.
He took the deal.
Copped a plea. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Boy, you got 2 for 2 here, Chris. You want to go on it?
I got maybe 3. I could probably go back and I just know I have read these ones for sure. So
Okay. Oh,
there was
thank
a
you
guy.
for doing this, Chris. I was so unprepared. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. My agent said you'd be prepared, but that's all right. My agent, I need to hire a new agent anyways. So hook in that guy anyways. So
everybody lies.
yeah, he said you'd be. I was working with professionals here. I'm just playing though.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, boy, are you gullible.
Yeah, no, and almost every sense away, I'm gullible. My car,
Hey,
you're gonna send my car warranty out? Thanks, gee whiz, you're the best. Absolutely, you can have my social security number, my credit card number, all that. You just have it.
yeah, see, that's how you endear yourself to many, Chris. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, next up is
So, Dwayne Hansen, who was 60 at the time of this article, has fulfilled his lifelong dream. Which was to paddle the Missouri River in a pumpkin. Now, before I
okay.
continue, I didn't fact check this story like I probably would have done about my own thing. To be honest, I forgot I had it in here, so I
Okay,
can't
so
prove it.
okay, disclaimer: Chris is not responsible for this information presented.
Thank you. But
You're welcome.
the story continues. He set out and this is where I'm like, that's a pretty big fucking pumpkin, an 846-pound pumpkin.
Probably a prize winner at the county fair, or yeah, runner up. Probably the runner up.
Probably the runner-up. No one sell their award-winning pumpkin.
No, and they're hard to
But
steal.
he floated 38 miles down the Missouri River.
I'll be darned if
Mhm.
that's. I'll be darned. Boy, he lived a lifelong dream of mine. How about you?
If you didn't have the dream, I think he lived the dreams of a lot of people right there.
I
They should
know
make him.
that.
Disney should get on the horn and make a movie.
Boy, one giant pumpkin for a man. I don't know. I don't know how to go on with that. But wow, I hope that's true.
I
And
do
I
too.
hope
Well, he
somewhere
named the pumpkin Berta after his wife.
put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. Okay, maybe this is a major leg pulling, but I hope
It
it's true.
could be, but I would like to believe it's true.
Yeah, and I want to see video.
As I said, if had it been mine, I would have tried to show a picture or a video of this pumpkin. My question is, did he just hollow it out,
I
or did he
know,
just like just
and my question is did he salvage the seeds and roast them like we all do?
Well, that's
You know,
804. I can only imagine how much
that
seeds
would have
he'd
been a
have.
lot of seeds you could have shared with the neighbors. But if
He'd be set for life. He'd never have to carve another pumpkin as long as he lived.
and never another snack, 7-Eleven
Yeah.
would lose your business with all those. That's funny. Okay, got another one?
Of course. This is a double story, double for your buck.
Okay, you guys, get ready.
So this story follows a 40-year veteran of the Madison County, the Alabama Madison, not the Wisconsin one. That's
Okay.
another.
Way different
If there's
kind of
another Madison, I
demographic.
don't know. I never know my demographic. I like to go into these things blind.
Yeah,
But so he was
maintain your
out making his
innocence.
rounds. He was doing his rounds. He was delivering civil documents when two goats started exploring his patrol car. Two goats, eating,
Yeah.
goats like
Yeah.
bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
My first question, before we even continue the story, is why did he leave his squad car open? Anyone could
Door
have gotten to the front
open.
seat.
Yeah, I probably left the keys in the ignition too, the doofus.
Freaking some person with a death wish and like, let's do it. What?
Especially if you're in goat country. How simple-minded to leave your police car door open in goat country.
And a guy's been doing it for 40 years. I mean, this ain't like some young rookie just first time off the
Greedy.
beach,
Yeah.
feeling good. No, this is a seasoned veteran. But anyways, they were in his car. The two goats were in his car chewing on his paperwork, and the other one was on top of his vehicle. He caught a video of the whole thing as he scolded them for his antics, ordering one to get out of the car and don't eat that. The deputy could be heard yelling. He explained. Oh, here we go. He explained that he often leaves his door open so he can flee from attacking dogs after he delivers documents. Oh,
Oh,
I see. So he's like 40 years. Like
he knows what. Okay, he knows what to do.
he's stuck
Apologies for
between a rock
calling
and a
you
hard
a
place
doofus.
now.
I know.
Like either he's got to deal with goats or dogs. What does he rather deal with? I guess I'd rather deal with the goats.
Yeah, and they're cute, and yeah, but
Yeah, and at least you have
and
something to talk around the coffee or around the water cooler after his shift that day.
yeah, or all the rest of the guys were talking about him and laughing and pointing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure that thing went viral on TikTok or YouTube or whatever the kids are all watching nowadays.
Oh, I know. TikTok is the thing. I think TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
unfortunately,
yeah. Someone we
unfortunately.
know and don't love is on TikTok.
I
Epic.
know. I don't know anyone that's on TikTok. I'm just playing. Yeah, I know. There's probably a lot of
Yeah.
TikTokers. There's probably a lot of TikTokers I just openly offended right then and there. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
you
YouTube is a
guys.
better streaming service.
G- Yeah. Sorry if your feels are hurt. Sorry, princess.
YouTube is better though. Sorry.
I
Always down
like
with that.
YouTube. I know, and people have turned against it, and they left it and said, but I like it. It
For
you know
life.
it has everything I want in a
Nope.
streaming
You can
thingy.
watch TV on YouTube now. You can't do that on TikTok.
Can't. I know. Well, yeah, TikTok is like kind of a one-trick pony thing. Yeah,
I
YouTube
think
is way
so.
more versatile.
Sure. Well,
Yeah,
we'll see.
cool.
We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, TikTok is funny. I'm subscribed to a couple of people on
Sure.
TikTok to get their
Sure.
feeds, like the emu people and the people that rescue puppies and that kind of stuff. And
Oh, the feel good stuff.
yeah,
Stuff I use Facebook for.
Facebook. Yeah, boy, that's a love-hate relationship a lot of times.
Meh, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's alright. It's alright with me.
Alright, sorry. Yay, boy, memories of Jiggy. Tipping our hats to Jiggy. Alright, he taught me how to say alright.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he
Yep.
made me say it
Important.
over and over and over till I got it right. But
It's
so,
it's a part of your vernacular. You'll wow any interview you ever do with that.
yeah.
You throw
That
one eye in there, and you get hired on the spot. Like I just
hey,
looked at a
that
guy. I just looked at a hiring person like I, and they're like, "Get in there,"
oh,
and I'm like,
Chris, you said it like a Midwesterner. You failed. Do that again.
"Well,
Do it.
I am a Midwesterner, so
Well,
I hope."
you're true to your blood there. Uh, so
No.
so we've
Excuse
been
me.
on a half hour. This is not going to be a long deal, you guys. Number one, because I zoned and I'm unprepared, and Chris is carrying this burden. You got one more?
I got
Or
one more for you. Sure.
okay.
Actually, give me a second. In the meantime, I don't think I read this one before.
Okay.
So for our last one, Adriana Bellin, 23, and Monteque Ziegler were arrested in North Carolina for making multiple bomb threats against the Campbell Soup Company's facility in Maxton. Are multiple. I mean, there's more in there about how many times they did it. It wasn't the lobster. It wasn't the lack of lobster in the lobster bisque. Hey, look at that! We got a buzzword. Did anyone get that for a bingo word this week? I got it.
Okay. Yeah, marking my card.
Yeah, Mark. If you got lobster bisque on your card, it's on there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that what motivated them to do it. Robeson County Sheriff Bernice Wilkins and Ziegler previously worked the factory, but were terminated, and was sending the threats while they were still employed. Both women were charged with felony conspiracy and making a false report concerning a destructive device. They were each held under a $200,000 bond at the Robeson County Detention Center.
Boy, so they cooked this everything up even before they got fired. Maybe that's why they got fired.
Possibly. That was my thought. It's like, man, I mean, there's there's disgruntled employees, then there's disgruntled employees, I tell you what.
You know, in all caps. Holy, and they were disgruntled even before they were gruntled.
Yeah.
Or,
They were gruntled, then they got disgruntled.
yeah.
But yeah.
So
And but
that's
they
like,
were so young. I mean, that's on the rest of their life.
they probably went out at lunchtime and sat in the car and had a bowl. Yeah, or something.
Possibly. I
And
mean, it
then came
happened
back
in
and
New
said,
Jersey, sure.
hey, let's get some attention.
True,
Jeez.
and they got that attention.
The Campbell Soup Factory. Yeah, John
Yeah.
said if it was about the lobster, he'd understand.
Everyone would be upset about the lobster.
Mm,
People would join them. There'd be sympathy, but no. Shellfish.
Shellfish. Boy, I got shellfish poisoning one time.
Oh, that would be unfortunate. Oh,
Oh
the sea
dear.
poisonings are the worst.
I was a guest at this guy's house and he made paella, genuine, authentic paella with all, and I was flat on my back for a good solid week.
Oof.
Oh man, nothing
Those feel,
stayed in my body. Nothing stayed in my
yeah,
body. In fact,
those
things left my body that might have belonged to somebody else. I mean, there was this huge volume of, everything leaving my body. Yeah. So anyway, shellfish poisoning is no joke, you guys. Yeah.
no, all those stuff, all those like foodborne, like stomach from food is bad. E. coli. Oh,
Oh, awful,
oh,
awful. Yeah. Yeah. Food poisoning in general is just one of the worst things. Yeah. Phew. And
oof.
yeah, all you can do is like lay around and moan and be pathetic. That's all you have the strength to do. Uh, yeah. Yeah. If it was okay. All right. It's you don't happen to have one more. Or am I
I
pushing
can't.
it?
No, I crack. I was like something up
You
here.
guys, Chris, this is why I love Chris so he's such a good sport, and thanks, Chris. Yeah. Oh,
Have you ever
Cody's
Have you ever lived in a house that's been hit by a car?
I can't say that I have.
Well, this guy in East San Jose, California, has had his house hit 23 times by cars.
23 times. Okay, here's my guess. He either lives on a curve, a sharp curve, and people just keep going straight, maybe? I don't know, go ahead.
It says he says he's the exit of 680 South Freeway.
At the exit.
Of
Jeez.
680 South Freeway, and 23 cars or since 1972. He's lived there since 1960, but since 1972, his house has been hit 23 times.
Boy, I'll bet that guy can't get insurance.
He even has a a chain link fence set out front of his house, and his
Well,
car still hit his house.
wow. Well, you get them going fast enough and they'll just go sailing over stuff. Wow. Boy, geez, I hope he sleeps way in the back of the house.
He said 4 cars come directly through. Went through the front of his house to the back.
Darn. Darn.
He's also lost 3 cars, but no one, despite all this, has been injured.
That's a miracle.
And he said even the time that a drunk driver hit his house at 105 miles per hour.
Jeez. That is 23 times. And
23 times.
boy.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Severely unlucky.
I know. Like I said, the guy cannot get insurance, or or maybe I'm thinking of the streets and roadway commission people. Obviously, when he first moved there, the freeway wasn't in yet. So
That's
if
what I'm
they
thinking.
did that, maybe those guys, that big, huge, multi-million-dollar agency, would maybe provide the poor guy with insurance.
You would think, or something. 'Cause that's like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I know. Look what happened since you guys built next to my property.
Yeah, my house been hit 23 times.
Okay, somebody be that guy's lawyer, and then split with all of
Yeah,
us.
give this guy
Yeah.
pro bono help. I mean, that's 23 times too many.
No kidding. Holy tamale. Okay, so I think we are going to end this. I couldn't think of the words. Jeez. I'm looking at the chat. So, Chris, next time we do this, I'm going to not zone out and be prepared, and we'll have more of a show with two of us. Well, you were great. Thank you for being the show all by yourself, dear.
Oh, my
I was
back's a little
just
sore. I'm gonna have to down put some because I got the week off. My back's a little sore now.
yeah. Ah, you're too funny. Okay, so oh wait a minute. So where was it? Oh, John knows a lawyer in Jersey. Oh, that ambulance chaser guy. I'm going to hell for saying that. I didn't mean that. I did not mean that. Somebody's gonna tell him I said that. I did not mean that. It was a joke. You know, I love you. I love you. I love you, CW. If nobody's told you today that they love you, somebody just did, and it was me. Okay. Okay. 6 drops says for that sore back, take Midol, Chris.
I will. I will. Luckily, I have some always in my medicine cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I need to do that again. I need to restock up on my feminine accoutrements. Okay, and that lawyer has a soul, John. Boy, you guys never forget anything, do you? That lawyer does have a soul. Boy, keep bringing that up. Boy, I feel really badly. His feelings were really hurt. Chris, I had once made a comment about CW not having a soul, and it was just one of those throwaway
Sure.
lines, and he was crushed. I
Oh,
really hurt his feelings, and I felt so awful. And I took it
we've
back
all
a
been there.
million times. But, everybody remembers that I said that and hurt his
I'll never
feelings.
forget you said it.
See? Hi, out of mind, Deb. Thanks for popping in here at the last. Be a member of the replay club. Come watch. Come like and subscribe. Support my bad habit. There's a support my bad habit fund down there if you are so inclined or not. Okay, Queen Cat Lady. Hi, Queen Cat Lady. Oh, thanks. Thanks. I missed you guys. Oh, Jonocide. That was funny. I'm not going to talk about that because we don't talk about that guy. No, no, no. Okay, so Chris, thank you again, sweetheart. Let's be talking, okay? And so I'm not even going to do an outro. I'm just going to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris. Good night, Ryman. Thank you for having me again. It was awesome. Thank you.
Okay. No, you're awesome. Okay. Thanks. Bye.